Ladies and gentlemen, if any of our contestants mentions the word door, D-O-O-R, at any moment during the next half hour, he wins $250 in cash immediately.
Really?
You bet your life. The creators of America's most beautiful compacts, smartest cigarette cases, finest dresser sets present Groucho Marx in the Elgin American show, You Bet Your Life, the comedy quiz series transcribed and produced in Hollywood. And here's that sterling Elgin American, the one, the only...
That's me, Groucho Marx. Thank you. Well, here I am again, as bright and shiny as an Elgin American compact, and practically the same shape, too. The sponsor made me sleep in one all summer. However, I've been saving my pennies for the past 6 months, and tonight I've got $1,000 for one of our couples. George Fenneman, who's first to try for it?
Before we went on the air, our studio audience selected a spinster and a bachelor. And here they are. Miss Lee Hall and Mr. Walter Ramback meet Groucho Marx.
Welcome for Elgin American Compacts, and if you say a certain secret word, I'll give you $250 to share between you. Now, here's a clue. You figure it out. It's a household word. In fact, you can't get around the house without using it. Okay, what's the secret word?
Broom.
No?
Oh, a paring knife.
That's a sharp answer, but it's not it. No, I'm sorry, but keep thinking about it. And remember, if either of you say the secret word at any time we're up here talking, you'll split $250 between you. So we have a spinster and a bachelor, eh? Mr. Ramback, what's your occupation?
I'm a clerk in Curl's Fine Foods in the famous farmer's market.
Miss Hall, what kind of work do you do?
I'm a secretary in a large department store.
Mm-hmm. What do you do there?
Secretarial work.
Well, that's good work if you're a secretary. Tell me, why is it you haven't married?
Well, I just haven't found anyone that suited me, I guess.
Well, if you met a nice, wholesome, healthy, innocent, intelligent, refined bachelor about your own age who could support you and keep you happy, would you marry him?
Yes, I would.
I wonder where we could find a fellow like that. Hello, Mr. Ramback. He wishes he was back at the farmer's market. Tell me, Wild Game, have you, If you found the right woman, would you marry her?
Yes, I think I would.
Just what advantages have you to offer a wife? You get your groceries wholesale?
Not always, no.
But you can hook something when Kyle isn't watching. I wouldn't be surprised if he had a watermelon in his back pocket.
Groucho.
Yes,
Excuse
George.
me. I'd like to introduce both of our guests to some companions that they'll appreciate and enjoy for many years. For our bachelor, a handsome cigarette case finished in 2 tones of jeweler's bronze. Slim, oblong, with fine line engraving to form a diamond pattern. And here it is. And for Miss Hall, a beautiful dresser set of shiny, satiny jeweler's bronze, beautifully gift boxed in rose and gold color. Nothing but the finest by Elgin American.
I'll call you Leota, huh? I'm pretty sick of this formality, aren't you? Huh?
Yes,
You don't mind if I call you
No, I
Leota,
don't.
huh?
I like it.
It sounds like a mouthwash, but it's a very pretty name.
That's what I thought, too.
Walter, may I ask you just what sort of a wife you're looking for? What must she be like?
Well, rather slender, not too fat. Good cook, good companionship.
Uh-huh. Leota, how do you check with that description?
Well, I think I fit it pretty well.
Leota, are you a good cook?
Yes.
And, Walter, what's your favorite dish? Got him almost trapped here. What's your favorite dish, Walter?
Sauerbraten.
He couldn't like roast beef or corn on the cob. He has to like sauerbraten. I know why he's single. Leota, can you make sauerbraten?
I never heard of it.
Well, in spite of all my kidding, you two make a very congenial couple, and I hope the marriage I've just arranged for you will be a huge success. Now, in just 1 minute, you'll have your chance at the $1,000 question. Right now, I'm going to put an end to George Fenneman's summer vacation. Wake up, Fenneman.
Oh, gee.
Time to stump the expert.
I was going to say, oh, gee, it's great to be back, Groucho. Summer's gone, fall is here, and Elgin American Compacts go on forever. Naturally. Compacts as beautiful, fashionable, and perfectly made as Elgin Americans are a constant joy to you women who appreciate the importance of this all-important fashion accessory. You know your compact must be just as new and smart-looking as your new fall outfit, or it spoils the whole effect. Don't let that happen to you. Not when there's a stunning new collection of Elgin American Compacts at all leading jewelry stores, department stores, and specialty shops. Exquisitely designed and pleasantly priced from budget on up. So make sure your compact is doing right by you fashion-wise. Make your choice of the choice of compacts, Elgin American.
Now, let's see if you two will get the chance at the $1,000 question. Leota, what would you do with your half if you two should win?
Well, I know a child that has polio. And I would try to get a respirator for that baby.
Well, there's going to be a lot of people rooting for you out here, Leota. And Bambi, how would you spend your half?
My car's pretty well run down. I think I'd invest in a new car or a payment on a new car.
Or with $1,000, you could take Miss Hall here to New York to see Time for Elizabeth at the Fulton Theater. Norman Krasner and I wrote that play, and in that way I'd get back some of the $1,000. I've got an eye for business. Well, maybe you'll be the big winners tonight. You're going to play the Elgin American game, you bet your life. Fenneman, tell them the rules.
Each of our three couples has $20. They bet as much of that 20 as they want on each of 4 questions. The couple that earns the most money gets a chance at the $1,000 question at the end of the program. Our other 2 couples are in a waiting room off stage, so they won't know what goes on until it's their turn.
All right, here we go. Now, let's see how high you can build your $20. What question category did you select?
Farm animals.
Farm animals.
That's right.
Okay, and remember, you can help each other with the answers. Your first 3 questions pay even money. You bet 10, make 10. How much of your $20 will it be?
10.
10? All right. An Aberdeen Angus is what kind of an animal?
Is that farm animal?
I'm sorry. The answer is a cow. You got to come quicker than that this time, Walter.
They lost $10. They now have $10.
All right. Now, how much of your $10 will you bet on your second question? 5 you're going to bet? Here it is. A New Zealand white is what kind of a farm animal? White. W-H-I-T-E. Is what kind of a farm animal?
Rabbit.
Rabbit is right.
They're on their way back, Groucho. They now have $15.
Well, you've now got $15. Here's your third question. How much will you bet? How much of the $15? 10. 10? Is that all right with you, Leota? All right, here it is. What is a pole in China?
A pig.
A pig is right.
Now they have $25, Groucho.
Now you've accumulated $25. Here's your last chance to beat the other couples. This question pays 2 to 1. Bet 10, make 20. How much will you bet? How much of your $25?
10.
$10? Is that right with you, Walter?
Okay.
All right, here it is. What kind of an animal is a merino? M-E-R-I-N-O.
Is it?
Coat.
No.
Coat.
Oh, I'm sorry you were close, but it's a sheep.
They wind up with $15, Groucho.
Thanks and good luck from Elgin American Compacts.
Well, maybe the next couple will say the secret word, Groucho. It's door. Okay, boys, bring 'em in. An interviewer from a public opinion poll, and for her partner, a father of a large family. Mrs. Pat Garner and Mr. William Paul meet Groucho Marx.
Hello, folks. Hello. Welcome for Elgin American Compacts. Now, before you say anything else, let's see if you can say the secret word. It's a household word. In fact, you can't get around the house without using it. I'll divide $250 in cash between you if either of you say it. Okay? What's the secret word?
Door.
Door is That's it. You said it. The secret word is door, and you and your partner win $250 in cash from Elgin American Compacts. Congratulations. Here's your $250, and that's only the beginning. You could still win that $1,000, you know. Now, here we go. Huh? Mrs. Pat Garner. Is that Mrs. Pat Garner?
Yes,
Huh?
it is.
You're married, huh?
Oh, yes.
What a disappointment, huh? So you're a poll taker, eh? Who do you work for?
Oh, I work for Audience Research, a branch of Dr. George Gallup's poll.
Dr. Gallup sounds like a horse doctor. You're a very beautiful poll taker, Mrs. Garner. May I ask how old you are?
19.
19. Huh? Do you have any little public opinions galloping around the house?
Not yet.
Not yet, huh? How long have you been married?
2 days.
Just forget the first question, huh? 2 days, huh? You're on your honeymoon, huh?
Oh, yes.
Where's your husband?
Oh, he's in the audience somewhere.
It's a great place to spend a honeymoon. Mrs. Garner, how did you meet your husband? And where was I while all this was going on? How did you meet your husband?
Oh, I met him at school in the UCLA co-op. I was socializing, and
What a jerk I was. I had to quit school 30 years ago like a fool, huh? You met him and you were what, socializing?
Uh-huh. And he came in to socialize, too.
Yeah. Well, that's nice work if you can get it.
Oh, it always works that way.
It does, huh? But what do you do when you're not sampling public opinion?
Well, I will be a housewife when I finish instead of a student when our honeymoon is over.
Well, when you're a housewife, I'm going to be a fuller brush man. And what does your husband do, the lucky stiff?
Oh, he's a graduate chemist, a student at the university.
He could poison me. William Paul, you have 2 first names. Don't you have any last name? What kind of work do you do, Willie?
Me?
Yeah. Don't.
Well, I'm a retired orchestra musician.
Mrs. Garner, do you mind if I get your opinion on something?
No.
Well, before we started here tonight, you received a gift. Would you give me your opinion of it?
Oh, the compact.
Precisely why I'm here.
I think it's very, very beautiful.
Isn't it?
Uh-huh. It says, give me your answer due on it, and it has 2 little blue lovebirds. And it has sort of a scrolling effect around it, and it's gold, and my outfit has gold accessories, and I'm so glad I have it because I can use it tonight. It's just fine.
What a gal, huh?
Thank you.
And that's not all. It's an Elgin American compact, Mrs. Garner. Mr. Paul received a gift, too, Groucho. Elgin American's slim, oblong cigarette case in 2 tones of jeweler's bronze with a small, bright oblong for his initials.
And it'll be in as good shape as long as you are, Willie, because Elgin American craftsmen know what they're doing. I let them put new hinges on me this summer. Mrs. Garner, what subjects do you poll people on?
Oh, on practically everything. Politics and history and the number of children in an average American family.
Well, how many are there?
Oh, it figures about 1 3/4.
You mean one kid has no head at all?
I don't know.
Now, Willie, how many children do you think should be in the ideal family?
Well, I should say about 6.
6. And how many children do you have?
Well, I have 13, but...
Well, what happened to your ideal? I mean... Mrs. Garner, since I've never been sampled by one of Dr. Gallup's interviewers, this is my big chance. Pretend I'm a housewife and you just rung my bell. Go ahead, interview me.
Oh. Ring? How do you do, Mrs.
Oh, the
Marx?
bell is broken. I forgot to tell you. Just kick on the door, huh?
How do you do, Mrs. Marx?
How do you do?
May I have some time?
Make it snappy. I've got a $6 roast in the oven, almost a pound. Now start talking.
Well, I'm taking a general survey.
Just of generals?
No, general information on anything general.
I remember him very well from the last year.
And I wonder if you could answer just a few questions.
I certainly could.
Mm-hmm. Do you know anything about politics?
A little bit, yes.
Well, I'm not interested in politics.
No, I'm not either. Now we're past that question. Now, let's go on from there, huh?
I would like first to have a few key questions about you. Your marriage, perhaps.
Yeah.
Where did you meet your husband?
I met him at Kyle's at the farmer's market. I was buying a bassinet for my cat.
How long have you been married?
I've been married 3 years.
That's nice. Do you have any
Well,
children?
that's fair. Don't let's get too happy about it, huh?
Do you
Yes,
have...
I have 3 children. One of them just won a tennis tournament in Santa Monica. Well, I think we proved one thing. If Dr. Gallup tries to analyze this interview, a psychoanalyst will be asking him questions. Now, let's see how well you two can work together as a team. A Gallup poll taker shouldn't have any trouble answering questions. You can win that $1,000, you know. Now, Mrs. Garner, if you win it, what would you do with your $500?
Well, we have an apartment we're furnishing, and we're doing it in early American furniture.
How early? About 5 in the morning?
No. And we need an early American hutch.
Hutch?
A Welsh dresser.
Oh. What, are you going to bring in a Welshman and dress him every day? What is a Welsh dresser?
Well, it's what I want to put my Dimitas cups on. So that's what I think I'd get,
Well,
besides an amplifier for my husband.
What's that? You need an amplifier for your husband? What is he, a portable radio? All right, here we go. Now, what are you going to do with your half, Willie?
Well, I've got a son that's graduated from high school, and he wants to go to college.
Yeah.
And I think if I can get a hold of that money, well, it'll come in pretty handy to help him, because I haven't got much.
You haven't, huh?
No.
Well, you look like you're loaded. All right, now you run your $20 into more than our other couples. You get a chance at the $1,000 question. Fenneman, remind our listeners how much the first couple won.
The bachelor and the spinster have $15.
All right, here we go. Let's see how high you can build your $20. What question category did you select?
Textiles.
Textiles, names of materials, huh?
Yes.
Okay, remember you can help each other with the answers. Your first 3 questions pay even money. If you bet 10, make 10. How much of your $20 will you bet?
$5.
All right. Cretonne is widely used for household decorations. What material is it made of?
Cotton.
Cotton is right.
They're on their way, Groucho. They now have $25.
Well, you're on your way. You've now got $25. How much of your $25 will you bet on your second question?
$10.
$10. Is that all right with you?
Fine.
Fine. Here it is. Shantung is a material with a nubby surface. What is it made of?
It's either rayon or...
Talk up.
Silk.
Talk right.
Silk.
Silk or rayon is absolutely right.
They're climbing, Groucho. They now have $35.
You now have $35. Here's your third question. How much will you bet? How much of the 35?
$10.
$10? Now talk it over with Miss Garner. She's a partner in this thing, too, you know.
$15.
$15. All right. All right, here it is. Cheviot is a fabric that originated in England. What is it made of?
Cheviot.
Cheviot.
Wool.
Wool is right.
They now have $50, Groucho.
This is a mighty smart couple. Here's your last chance to beat the other couples. This question pays 2 to 1. Bet 10, make 20. How much will it be? How much of your $50 are you going to bet?
30.
2 to 1 on this, you know.
25.
How much are you going to bet? $25. All right, ready? Muslin is one of the more common fabrics used in everyday living. What is it made of? The
There are
bell will
different kinds
soon
of
be
muslin.
ringing.
There's cotton muslin.
Cotton.
I think it's cotton.
Cotton is right.
And they wind up with a grand total of $100.
Thanks and good luck from Belgian American Compacts. Well, we'll soon know who's going to earn the most money tonight and get the chance at the $1,000 question. George, introduce our final couple.
They've been in a waiting room off stage, so they don't know the secret word is door. Okay, boys, bring them in. Just before we went on the air, our studio audience selected a pair of brand new parents. And here they come, Mr. and Mrs. J.G. Rambo meets Groucho Marx.
How do you do?
Hello, youngsters, and welcome for Elgin American Compacts. Congratulations on your new baby. You can start a savings account for him right now if you tell me the secret word. It's a household word. In fact, you can't get around the house without using it. Say it, and I'll give you $250 immediately. All right, what's the secret word? Walk. What is it? What is it?
Floor.
No, I'm sorry. No, I'm sorry. But you may say it any time you're up here talking and get the $250 immediately.
Mrs. Rambo, Stan Meyer's orchestra is going to play a number. Listen and tell me how it sounds. Well, how'd the orchestra sound, Mrs. Rambo?
That doesn't sound very big.
No, I guess one saxophone isn't a complete orchestra. And one compact isn't complete fashion harmony either. Every woman needs 3 compacts. One for daytime, one for playtime, and one for nighttime. And you're no exception, Mrs. Rambo. You need an Elgin American Compact Threesome, too, and here it is. How do you like it?
Oh, that's beautiful. I've always wanted...
Now, Mrs. Rambo, we listen again? Now, how does it sound, Mrs. Rambo?
That sounds very good.
Yes, because there's complete harmony. And that's what a woman has in fashion when she has 3 compacts. One for her daytime clothes, one for sportswear, and one for evening. Only Elgin American offers such a wide choice of compacts, specially designed for each apparel mood. See the smart compact threesomes, beautifully boxed together and priced from just $12.95 the set. Or choose your 3 from Elgin American's fall costume colors. Rich silver finish, jeweler's bronze, and sterling silver. Do it tomorrow. And you'll always be in fashion harmony with the 3 compacts every woman needs. One for daytime, one for playtime, one for nighttime by Elgin American.
Now then, Mrs. Rambo, you don't mind if I call you Ellen, do you?
Please.
How long have you been married?
6 years.
6 years, huh? How long have you been married?
6 years.
Well, that's 12 years altogether. Jake, what sort of work do you do?
I'm a carpenter at 20th Century Fox Studios.
Carpenter?
That's right.
So you have a brand new baby, eh?
Yes.
What's the matter? Couldn't you afford to use one? How old is the baby?
5 weeks.
You just got the 49 model. Tell me, are there any radical changes over the 48 model?
No, same style.
Same changes, eh? What's the baby's name, Helen?
Daryl James.
Oh, that's after Zanuck, I suppose.
Oh, Mr. Zanuck probably thought that.
It isn't, eh? You mean this is just a coincidence, huh?
It's just a coincidence.
That's one way of getting a raise at the studio. And, Helen, what do you feed the baby?
Formula.
A formula? What is he, a calculating machine? Jake, do you know how to bathe the baby?
Sort of sponge him off.
Well, that's only fair. When after he grows up, he'll sponge off you. Thank you, all you sponges out there. Well, you two are parents any kid will be proud of. Now, let's see how well you two work together as a team for $1,000. You're going to play the Elgin American game. You bet your life. Beat the other 2 couples, and you get the $1,000 question. I can't tell you how much they won, but George is off stage to remind our listeners.
The poll taker and the father of the large family are high so far with $100.
Here we go. Now, let's see how high I can build you $20. What question category did you select?
Transportation songs.
Songs about transportation. Okay, and remember, you can help each other with the answers. Your first 3 questions pay even money. Bet 10, make 10. How much of your $20 will you bet?
10.
Okay, what's the name of this song?
Merry Oldsmobile.
In My Merry Oldsmobile is right. There we go. The Merry Oldsmobile is $30, Groucho. All right, you now got 30. How much of your $30 will you bet on your second question?
15.
Stan Myers and his boys will give us another transportation song. You give us the title.
Bicycle built for two.
Bicycle built for 2.
That brings them to $45.
All right, here's your third question. How much of your $45 you going to bet?
20.
20? Is that okay, Helen?
Fine.
All right, here it is. Let's go, Stan. What is it? What is it? Oh, I'm sorry. It's thanks for the buggy ride.
Oh.
They bet 20. They lost 20. That brings them to $25, Groucho.
Well, you've still got $25, and here's your last chance to beat the other couples. This question pays 2 to 1. Bet 10, make 20. Now, how much of your 25 you going to bet? How much?
How much?
You got $25 left. How much you going to bet?
15.
All right, ready? What's the name of this transportation song?
Gators Walk.
No. I'm sorry. It's Come Josephine in My Flying Machine. Well, you almost went broke, and you ought to go away with a little more money now that you have a baby. So I'll give you one more question. If you answer it correctly, I'll give you $10. Now listen clearly. No coaching, please. Who is buried in Grant's tomb?
Grant.
Grant is absolutely correct.
And that means that the grand winner for tonight is the poll taker and the father of the large family with $100.
Congratulations. In just 30 seconds, I'll ask the $1,000 question. What's on your mind, Fenneman?
One thing there's no question about. It's the great preference for Elgin American compacts, and no wonder. You can't beat them for smartness of designs and shapes, for their exclusive jewel-like finish. Every class behaves perfectly. Powder stays put. Mirrors and hinges are the finest. So always ask for the compacts that give you the most, Elgin Americans. And here is the winning couple, Groucho, the poll taker and the father of the large family.
Come on, step right up to the microphone now. Here's a $1,000 question from Elgin American Compacts. Good luck. I'll give you 15 seconds to decide on a single answer between you. So talk it over thoroughly, and no help from the audience, please, or we'll have to give them an alternative question. Here it is for $1,000 in cash. Baseball, America's national pastime, was invented in 1839 by a man who later became a Union officer in the Civil War. He actually fired the first shot in defense of Fort Sumter. Who is this man who invented baseball? And what is the answer you two have decided upon?
Anderson?
No, I'm sorry. The correct answer is Abner Doubleday, the man who invented baseball. At the start of the Civil War, he fired the first shot in defense of Fort Sumter, and I'm happy to say he missed me. So that means that next week the big question will be worth $1,500. You've been a wonderful team, and in addition to your gifts from Elgin American, you earned $350, and it's all yours. Congratulations, and thanks to both of you.
The Elgin American Show, You Bet Your Life. The John Goodell production, transcribed in Hollywood, directed by Bob Dwan. Music by Stanley Myers. Remember, next week's big question pays $1,500. Be sure to tune in again next Wednesday night at the same time for You Bet Your Life, starring Groucho Marx. Presented by the creators of America's most beautiful compacts, smartest cigarette cases, and finest dresser sets, Elgin American.
Good night, folks. And if Bing Crosby is ready, I have just one question to ask him. Bingo, have you looked at your compact lately?